Hey everybody, this is huge news and I'm going to report it right now as is. Big news is from two sources. The Oakland Raiders are negotiating to play and stay at the Oakland-Alameda County Coliseum for the NFL 2020 season. The negotiation already signed a lease extension last year to play at the Coliseum in case Las Vegas Allegiant Stadium is not ready to host the Raiders for the NFL 2020 season. As it looks, it's not going to be, and the Raiders are trying to avoid a real problem should they choose to leave the Coliseum on April 1st of 2020 and then discover that their Las Vegas Stadium home is not ready for prime time. So basically put them in a 4-month gap of trouble if they say, hey, look, we're leaving the Coliseum, and then all of a sudden, guess what? Allegiant Stadium's not ready. That might explain why Oakland Raiders Chief Operating Officer Don Webb and the legendary Local 872 Laborers Union President Tommy White went on Las Vegas local television with News 3 Las Vegas TV anchor Steve Wolford last week. The news they were putting out is that the stadium would be ready and open in time for July 31st, 2020. But that runs counter to the commonly shared expectation, even by Don Webb, that the stadium would be substantially finished, his words, their words, substantially finished in writing by that same July 31st, 2020 date. The Raiders are reportedly trying to reduce their $10.5 million rent weight that they would have to sustain if the lease were extended. The Oakland Raiders are again reportedly to this vlogger trying to get the rent reduced from the $10.5 million agreement that was struck with the Oakland-Alameda County Coliseum Joint Powers Authority last year when the Coliseum JPA, as it was called, was ran by Scott McKibben. A credit to the genius of Mr. McKibben is that the city of Oakland already profited from the 2019 rent payments by the Raiders to the tune of over $2 million. An extension from 2020 would give Oakland over $4 million. Reading between the lines drawn by sources, it would seem that if the Raiders were to stay in Oakland for NFL season 2020, it would upset Las Vegas located sponsors and quite possibly trigger lawsuits that would be tied to the stadium and completion lawsuit deadlines. McCarthy, the stadium builder itself, is looking at payments of several million dollars to Clark County if it doesn't meet its deadlines. Don Webb has consistently said that Las Vegas Stadium construction has a schedule that is aggressive, and then he's taken time on numerous occasions to attach several adjectives to that, to suddenly put out a television media offensive, complete with a Tommy White interview, was it's in itself a signal that there's something wrong. And on that note, even the Oakland Athletics know that this talk is happening because I was told that they're calling around asking everybody what they know about the 2020 Coliseum lease issue. Stay tuned and I'll be back. This is a short live stream, but I'll be back for more later today, or with more later today. Stay tuned, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube.